The third permission is the execute permission. In Linux, if we want to run a program, we need to have this flag set. By running a program, we mean to read the contents of an executable file and create a process from that file, or running a shell script. We will see shell scripts later in the course. So for example, if I run a command, this command simply writes a message on the screen. If I take a look at the file of this command here, which tell us where the system is trying to find that command. So here, this is the command we are executing. If I list it, we can see that we have the execute flag set from all the users of this system. For the user, for the group, in this case, the user and the group is both root, and for all the other users of the system. So in this case, I am the user, so this set of of permissions will apply, but I can execute it anyway. So I will copy this file to the current directory, because it's not a very good idea to change the permissions of a system file unless we have very clear we are very clear about what are we doing. So I will copy it here. I have a copy, and I will remove the execute permission of this file. I don't need sudo because this file, I'm the owner of this file, so I can change the permission. Change mode, removing the execute permission of this file. So here we have the file without permission. So if we try to run the command again, we can do it. Why? Because this command is not running this file. It's running the original one. When we run a command, try to run a command on the Linux shell, the shell will try to find that command on a predefined set of directories. In this case, this is called the path. I will remove this. The path. This is a variable. We will see it later in the course maybe. So here, these are the directories where the shell tries to find a command. And the current directory is not on the path. So the system won't be able to find the copy of the command that we have in this directory. If we want to run this copy, we need to use the absolute path of the command. If I do that, now I'm trying to run this file, and permission denied because I don't have the executable flag set. Okay. A very interesting thing is that I don't need to have read permission to execute a file. So in this case, I'm going to restore the original permissions. Okay, now I can run the command again. I think I will rename it. So it's more clear that we are running this command. I need a message. Okay, remember that if we don't add the absolute path, it won't work. It won't work because the current directory is not in the path, so it won't find the command. So in this case, I can remove the read permissions for all users. Maybe with all is easier. No, I can't read the contents of the file. If I try to cut the file, permission denied. But I can run the command anyway. Sorry, need the absolute path. Okay, this is a This is a very interesting thing that we have in Linux. And this also works for shell scripts. So for example, if we create a shell script here, for example, script.sh, we have this is a script, and if I try to run it, I won't be able to run it because I don't have execute permissions. I need to add execute permissions. And yeah, a parameter here. Okay, this is the same for scripts. And a thing that you must take in account with working in scripts is that if that script calls to another command, we will need to have execute permission for that command. So for example, this script is just running the banner command. This it passed the same parameters that we pass to the script to the command. So in this case, we will need to have execute permissions of the banner command. I will modify the script to use our version. For example, my banner. Okay, so I run the script. It's working, but if I remove the execute permissions of my banner, then the script won't be able to work. Okay, because it's trying to run another command. We need and we don't have permissions to run the other command. So if you will need to have the execute permission for all the commands that you use in your scripts. So this is the execute permission. You need it to run a file, to run a script, and you can execute files without having the read permissions on that file.